Welcome back everyone, and I hope you enjoyed part 1 of that story, and of course now it's time to get back to Khan's return to Rorikstead, and well, as I usually say, just sit back, relax, enjoy your snacks, if you have any, and get ready. It's about to begin. Now, Khan and the others walked out of the prison. We need to get Bayard out of there and save the village, Rhea said to Khan. He nodded, but didn't know how they were going to get Bayard out of there without getting caught and executed. As he got into the square, he saw all the new head of Rorikstead, Hedris, standing on the top of the steps that led to the manor, holding a scroll of parchment in both hands. People of Rorikstead, it has come to my attention that Khan of Honeyside, his sister Rhea, and the Jarl of Riften, Layla Lawgiver, are in this village, and anyone harbouring them will be executed. But I'm offering a reward for whoever brings them to me. If you do not, you will suffer. Then he rolled up the parchment and walked away, but then stopped and turned around with wide eyes. There they are! He yelled to his guards. Get them, you idiots! He then bellowed, and the guards charged at them. Khan raised his right fist and punched at the first guard who approached them. Run for it, now! He yelled to his companions. Layla and Rhea ran in different directions, and Khan and Sam fought the guards. Khan punched, kicked, grabbed and threw guards everywhere. Meanwhile, Rhea ran towards the eastern part of the village with 3 guards right on her tail. Well, how do I get out of this mess now? She thought to herself. The guards were almost upon her. She grabbed her sword and turned to fight. Well, sweetheart, you might as well give up and come quietly, said a black-skinned guardsman. She scowled at him. I'll never come quietly. I'd rather fight my way out like my brother, she growled. So be it, mumbled the guard on the right. Then they drew their swords and prepared to fight. On the west side of the village, Layla had ran out of breath and had to stand with her hand against a fence post to get her breath back. Sam appeared at her side. Sam, what are you doing here? You should be with Khan, she said through short, shallow breaths. Sam turned and growled. There were 2 guards led by Dane. Layla groaned and drew her iron axe. If you're looking for a way out of here, my lady, he bowed mockingly, and the guards laughed. There is no way out of here. If you leave, the werewolves will catch you and rip you apart, limb from limb. And Khan won't be able to save you, he sneered. Layla drew her iron axe back and Sam reared back and they both prepared to fight. Khan fought the guards. He said he'd sent Sam to look after Layla and hoped he was. Khan swung his fist into a guard's stomach, and then a guard punched him right in the nose, spattering him with his own blood. Khan cursed in surprise and pain. Then Khan kicked the guard that punched him right in the face and knocked him to the floor. Then Rhea and Layla and Sam came pelting down the path towards him. Then 2 guards grabbed Ayla and Rhea and held their Imperial Legion swords at their throats, and one grabbed Sam. "If you value your friends' lives, you will surrender," said Hadris in a booming voice. Khan raised his hands in surrender. Khan was then grabbed by two guards. "Careful, I might be dangerous. I might attack at any moment," Khan said threateningly. The guards looked nervously at Dane. "Oh, don't be so stupid. Just hold him," Dane snapped. Hadris gestured them to bring Khan to them forward. Before they got halfway up the stairs, the guard holding Rhea cried out in pain and fell with an arrow in his throat. Khan looked at the stairs leading to the prison. Bayard the Wise stood at the top with a hunting bow in his left hand and a steel sword in his right hand, and all the Stormcloak soldiers and prisoners at his side. Hadris stared up at him with hatred in his face. "God damn you idiots!" Hadris bellowed. Khan broke free of his captors and ran to help his sister and friends. The guard holding Layla yelled in pain as a knife plunged into his side. Layla threw him away and grabbed her axe and ran to Rhea, who grabbed the guard's sword. Khan ran to the Imperial holding Sam, kicked the guard in the side, and yelped and let go of Sam. Khan and Sam charged into the fight to help Bayard. The battle raged on. Khan and Sam were now fighting at Bayard's side. The Stormcloaks and Imperials fought for Rorikstead. Then Bayard charged at Hadris to fight him. "Bayard, no!" Khan yelled, and he and Sam ran to help him. But Bayard was thrown into the wall of a homestead. Then Hadris walked up to Bayard, grabbed him by the scruff of the shoulder, and dragged him to the broken log where Khan killed the first werewolf years back. Khan tried to run to help him, but strong soldiers held him back, so Sam ran to Hadris. But Sam was stopped. Hadris reached the log, lifted Bayard up, and slammed him into the spear end. Bayard yelled in pain as the broken branch burst out of his stomach, and blood spattered the ground, his clothes, and the log. Khan yelled and everyone stopped fighting and looked. Hadris pulled out a dagger and stabbed Bayard in both shoulders, then grabbed a sword from Dane and prepared to cut off Bayard's head. As he reared back, Khan slammed into his side and knocked him to the ground and started to punch him. Dane ran to help his master, but Sam took him to the floor like a wild wolf. Hadris threw Khan off him and got to his feet, wiping the blood from off his face. Khan whistled for Sam and he came to him right away. Khan pulled out a vial of potion and drank some and gave the rest to Sam. The potion gave them the strength of a werewolf and the immunity to a werewolf bite and attack. Just in time, because the werewolves had come. The fighters of both sides formed a circle around Khan and the enemy. The werewolves charged at Khan and Sam. They charged back and slammed into each other and fought. Hadris watched on as Khan and Sam fought the werewolves. Even by his standards, Khan was a very large redguard, but he and Sam had never faced 6 opponents at once. But Khan had been fighting werewolves since he was 16. Then the beasts fought more viciously. Then a moment later, Hadris called the werewolves to stop, as Khan threw one's lifeless body to the floor. The last 3 he left. Kana and Sam turned to face the Dark Elf. He smirked at them. Khan charged at him and tackled with him. Sam charged at Dane and tackled with him. Khan punched Hadris in the face and caused him to stagger backwards and curse in pain. Khan raised his fists and ran at Hadris, but all of a sudden there was a rushing sound and an iron arrow smashed into Khan's left leg. "Khan!" Rhea yelled from the top of the prison stairway. Khan dropped to one knee. An Imperial guard ran to Khan with his sword raised, then yelled in pain and fell on his front with a steel arrow in his back. Ulfric's Stormcloak came running down into Rorikstead with an army of Stormcloaks at his side. Khan saw his last two brothers and three cousins running beside Ulfric. Khan pulled the arrow out of his leg and got back up painfully. Sam ran to his side and looked up at him. "I'm fine, boy. Go help Layla," Khan said. Sam barked 3 times and ran to the Jarl of the Rift. Khan charged at Hadris and grabbed him by the throat and wrestled him to the floor. Then Hadris punched the Khan in the face and knocked him down. Khan cursed in pain and rolled over onto his backside. Hadris got up and ran at Khan, but Khan got to his feet, and as Hadris approached, Khan slammed his hand into Hadris' stomach. Hadris stopped in his tracks. Khan's hand was deep in the Dark Elf's stomach. He tried to free his hand, but it wouldn't budge. As he tried to pull his hand out, Hadris would cough up a bit of blood. Khan grabbed the Dark Elf by the shoulder and pulled back, wrenching his arm out of the elf. Hadris fell to his left, and Khan looked at his blood-covered hand and forearm. The battle stopped and everyone turned to look. Then Dane charged at Khan, but his brother Arson pulled back his bow and shot a steel arrow at Dane. Before he could reach Khan, he was killed. "Don't mess with my brother, you filth," he said. The Imperials all began to run southwards. The Stormcloaks were victorious. "Shall we shoot them, Ulfric?" asked Galmar Stonefist, Ulfric's the second in command and right-hand man. "No, Galmar, there has been enough bloodshed today," Ulfric said in his deep and calm voice. Khan then ran to Bayard. He was still alive, but only just. He saw the branch embedded in his body. Khan grabbed the dagger and began to cut the branch off. Every time Khan would whack the branch, Bayard would grunt in pain. After 2 minutes, the branch holding Bayard broke and he fell to the ground and yelled in pain. "I'm sorry," Khan said in a worried voice. It's fine," Bayard said in a gasping voice. Khan put his hand on Bayard's left cheek and gently lifted his head to the right. "The village will need a new leader now, Khan. I believe your sister Rhea is a good leader," Khan Bayard said in painful breaths. "She is a good leader, Bayard, but you can't die now, Bayard. You've got to live," Khan said in a struggling voice. Rhea, Layla, Arson, Ulfric and everyone else gathered to watch. Bayard took hold of Khan's wrist gently. It's too late now, Khan," Bayard said. "No, there must be something I can do, some way to save you," Khan said in a heartbreaking voice. "You already have. You saved my home and people, Bayard said. Khan felt as if his heart had skipped a beat. Tears poured down his face. Bayard looked at him and shakingly lifted an arm to Khan's face. Farewell, Khan of Honeyside. Find the life you deserve one day. And thank you, my friend. Take care of yourself, he whispered and closed his eyes. Then Khan lowered his head and cried. Ulfric raised his steel axe. Bayard the Wise has fallen. May his soul find its way and be forever happy in Sovngarde. For a good man has fallen, a leader, a war hero, and a father, and a friend. Let it spread through Skyrim. Bayard the Wise is dead, he said in his deep voice. Everyone raised their weapons as Ulfric did. Bayard's gone. That is sad. But now, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for at the moment. But don't worry, as the final part will be read out very soon. I promise you that. Have a good day.